Arriving in Colombia, I was greeted by a wonderful family who showed me Colombian culture, music, food, and on top of that, the mom was really nice and she cut my hair. As you can see, we were here in the kitchen and she was cutting my hair. Following day, it was time to go to work at Centro Mia, a government foundation. Centro Mia is a government institution aiming to promote a healthy lifestyle for children with cognitive and physical disabilities. We worked in conjunction with a multidisciplinary team of social workers, physical therapists, psychologists, and nurses to create and organize physical activities, recreational activities to encourage a healthy lifestyle. Although the life expectancy has been steadily rising since 2002, that is not the case for the healthy life expectancy, which is the number of years the average individual born into the population can expect to live without a disability. It is important to know that many of these children come from families with a low socioeconomic status, meaning they lack income, steady employment, and education, all of which are important social determinants of health. It's also important to note that many of these children lack literacy, which is the ability to understand written words well enough to complete normal daily tasks. Literacy is important because it allows readers to acquire health information and navigate health systems. Since they lack literacy, they may delay seeking a diagnosis or treatment for a health problem because they worry about being unable to complete paperwork at the doctor's office or being ridiculed for not knowing how to read or write. They may also have difficulty taking their prescribed medications properly if their healthcare providers have not fully explained dosage and timing and they cannot read the instructions on the label. They may not be able to read the safety information provided by a pharmacist or know when to return for a follow-up examination, which as a result is why many of these children are placed in these institutions like Centro Mia. There's another project also in Bogota called Biblioseo. And in Biblioseo, we went there for one weekend on Saturday in order to help because they were building new soccer field, they were painting tires, they were planting flowers, plants, painting, all in order to help create more of a educational, more of an inclusive environment, a sense of a community within the population, which has been generally overlooked in the past. As you can see, it's a very isolated community up in the mountains, up in the hills. It took us about 2.5 hours to get there by public transportation, and it was well worth it because seeing how these kids who could barely even afford shoes were so overwhelmed with joy and happiness when they saw us, the volunteers, help out and improve the community. It made me realize how fortunate I am to be in the position that I am, and how thankful I am of what I have. Next, we're going to move on to talk about the culture downtown in Bogota, Colombia. So, one of the most traditional foods in Colombia is called the buñuelo. Now, this buñuelo is different than the buñuelo in Mexico. Buñuelo in Mexico is flat, it's hard, and it has cinnamon. These buñuelos are round, soft, and really, really good. I mean, the ones in Mexico are good too, but these are also really good. There's also foods like arepas, which is seen there. Downtown, there's also a big plaza. There's a cathedral there, as well as the president's building, which is where the president actually lives. Obviously, it's heavily guarded. You can't get too close, but it's there. It's in plain view. Here is the inside of the cathedral. It's massive, and this is a street of it's called El Chorro de Quevedo. which is a historic and traditional street. There's lots of art, and this artist, Colombian artist named Fernando Botero, he was known for creating art and amplifying its effects, such as he edited the picture of the Mona Lisa as obese, as enlarged, and there was a picture of a horse also enlarged, which was his style of art. It was also fascinating and cool to feed pigeons out of our hands with corn. In the plaza, there are many pigeons, and they always gather around like at a certain time because there's people selling corn in little bags, and they sell them very cheap. You put a little bit of corn on your hand, or you throw them on one of your friends who doesn't like pigeons, and then they all flock towards where the corn is at. So we had the opportunity to feed pigeons with corn. In the background of this picture, you can probably see a big mountain, which is called the Monserrate. And this mountain, you can climb it really high. It's up to 2,300 meters. You climb it by foot, walking it, or through a cable car, and the view is just magnificent up there. There's also a church, which is how it was founded. I'm going to move on to talking about traditional Colombian music. You might be wondering, what type of music am I playing in the background? What is this? This is a type of music popular in Colombia called vallenato. And the vallenato consists of three main instruments: the accordion, the caja, and the guacaracha. Short demo of live percussion vallenato. One of the important lessons that I learned throughout these 6 weeks were to be grateful for what you have, and that truly health access should be equal and available to anyone regardless of wealth or income. And I am happy with my experience, and I hope to get back soon. Thank you for listening.